What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Luby. The channel is called Luby Games because we game sometimes. Now, if you're not aware, today is day 8 of 25 days of Luby. I've been posting a video every day since December 1st until the 25th, until Christmas, on this channel. Up until now, it's been strictly gaming videos. However, in the first video, I did say we're going to mix it up a little bit because I do know a lot of y'all subscribe to me for reactions. So today, we're catering to y'all and doing a reaction video. Not necessarily Christmas related, but y'all always send me animations and animators. This video is by Andrei Terbea, and it says why you should not have kids. I agree. You don't even have to convince me. But let's see what he has to say about it.
Why you should never have kids. Ever. And by the way, at this point, I've had a couple of them, so I should know what I'm talking about by now. At least in theory. Reason number 1. You will never sleep again. The moment we brought the first one into our home, it felt like we'd been scooped up by that giant claw from Toy Story and dropped into some surreal new reality that we were not at all prepared for. Suddenly, the simple concept of day and night seemed to dissolve into a blurry loop of timed feedings, diaper changes, and a desperate need to catch just enough sleep to survive for another round. Night and day melted into one another, as if Dr. Strange himself
I've been on Marvel Rivals,
warping the very fabric
that
of
dude's
reality.
broken.
Every moment felt endless and exhausting. Sleep, a distant memory, replaced by this shadowy existence where time and routine and any sense of predictability completely vanished. And yet, taking care of that little blob of potential, that tiny person who needed us for absolutely everything, was, in ways we never expected, humbling and deeply rewarding. Here
I was about to
this
say the bird said
little
absolutely
creature,
not,
unable to
but
do
it came
anything on its own, besides wrap its little hand around your finger and look up with a kind of sincere smile that could melt a glacier. In the midst of all of the chaos and exhaustion, that smile alone kind of makes it all worthwhile. Reason number 2. Having kids limits your personal growth. If you're the type of person who worked their entire life towards finding balance through meditation, self-help books, and inspirational content, forget about having kids. You'll never have time to open another book ever again. Those books will just sit on a shelf gathering dust and collecting cobwebs, while you're too busy running from the avalanche of chaos that is parenting. Instead, raising a child will push your limits in ways you never anticipated, forcing you to shift every priority you once had. It will challenge your patience, your resilience, and your sense of responsibility, working them out like muscles at the gym.
This is adding to my list of
On top of that, something truly fascinating happens in the process. Caring for a baby, and then a toddler, and then navigating each exhausting stage of your child's development will recontextualize your own entire childhood experience. Suddenly, you'll begin to see things from a perspective you never knew existed, uncovering parts of your psyche you never thought about.
I'm 22,
sure
by the way.
enough,
I feel like a lot of people on
you
this channel think I'm
rediscover
younger
that
than I
dusty
actually
self-help
am,
collection you abandoned long ago.
But
You'll realize that while
22.
having a child did stop you from finishing that book, you actually became a more grounded, more empathic, and more resilient version of yourself in the process. More so than any book could ever teach you. Reason number 3. Say goodbye to your hobbies. Were you into learning to play the harmonica before? Painting, photography, whatever favorite activity you had going on, get ready to watch it get buried under a big pile of someday. Everything you've ever enjoyed will dissolve as you sink into a new world of crayon scribbles, building blocks, and baby toys that seem to somehow multiply overnight. Meanwhile, what others might call free time now becomes this mythical creature that you hear about, but you never actually see with your own eyes. The moment you have a second of downtime, something will inevitably require your immediate attention. Habits and hobbies that were once part of your daily routine will fade into the background. But let me tell you this, baby number 1 is just now learning how to scribble, and witnessing a tiny person discover their own passions and explore their own creativity in real time is something I never thought I'd be interested in. As someone who has made a living out of drawing, it fills my heart with unfathomable joy when they show me a scribble on a piece of paper that surely makes sense in their imagination. I mean, is it a bear,
I also
a
don't
butterfly,
understand
a
that.
cat?
My mom still has some of my
a single
scribbles,
clue,
and I
but
was
I've
like,
never been more excited about
to have
something.
that.
Baby number 2 is just now discovering their hands.
Should not be a parent because I'm going to be like, that's so ugly.
While
Why
it
are
is
you
true
showing
that
me?
hobbies go straight out the window as a parent, relationship with your partner, why complicate it? Well, having kids can certainly add stress to a relationship, but what's unjustly overlooked, in my opinion, is how raising a kid together with your spouse becomes a powerful shared experience that strengthens a bond unlike anything else I've encountered. Parenting is like the ultimate teamwork exercise, full of challenges for sure, but also filled with moments of mutual pride and meaningful memories that shape both you as a couple as well as individuals. Maybe the closest thing to that is somewhat similar would be building a business together. I think that's a scenario that generates a similar series of obstacles and rewards, and that has the potential to bring two minds together towards a common goal. But as someone who has kind of delved into both of these worlds, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, for me at least, parenting takes the #1 spot in that sense. You shouldn't have kids because the world is overpopulated, and we're gonna run out of space pretty soon, and it's all gonna turn into a hopeless Mad Max type dystopia where we hunt each other for food and fresh water. Except that's the biggest lie you've been told. Statistically, we're in fact on a giant decline in birth rates, meaning most countries will actually die out over the next 100 years. China famously imposed a one-child policy in 1980 as a measure to control population growth. Now they're facing a legitimate demographic crisis with too many elderly people and not enough young ones to support them. So this means a shrinking workforce, a giant strain on healthcare and social services, economic decline, and entire communities eventually becoming ghost towns. This is happening all over the world. Italy, South Korea, Greece, Japan, Poland, or Thailand. So while you've been worrying about overcrowding, we're actually heading towards a future where there aren't gonna be enough people to keep the show running. Reason number 6 for why you shouldn't have kids. Alright, I guess I can cut the shtick now. Here's the thing. I believe parenting has the potential to change anyone's life for the better. But the key word here is potential. Remember, I'm still the guy who made a series of videos titled Why Family Channels Shouldn't Exist. I think just based on the family content that's out there right now, there are some people in this world who should definitely not have been parents. So am I saying that you should close this video and start multiplying right now without somewhat of a plan? I'm well aware of how controversial this entire topic is and how heated it can sometimes get between parents and people who say they don't want kids. So let me make it clear that I think everyone is free to choose whatever they want to do with their life. But I do think that in today's media, there's a huge focus on living your life hedonistically and putting off the idea of starting a family for an undefined notion of later, wasting valuable years of your life in the process. And I don't think there are enough reasonable voices out there that talk about how fulfilling it is to be a parent if you're willing to take that leap of faith. And of course, if you're not one of the 15% of couples worldwide who sadly can't conceive at all. So the comment section should be interesting to read. And in the meantime, if you're like me and you can't stop your brain from overthinking at night, go ahead and watch this next video on why we can't turn off our brains before falling asleep. As always, thank you for watching.
Might have to go ahead and watch that video why we can't turn our brains off. I might watch that one solo though. I like his animation style, but I feel like I don't know how to translate in reactions. Y'all might like more of the action stuff I watched. I will say I still stand on my stance of not having kids. I know my mom is glad she had me. She tells me that. And when he said it's a different level of fulfillment, I would never know. But some people enjoy kids, some people don't. But the only thing is, if you have a kid, you can't take it back. So if you are one of the people who end up hating it, it's too late. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. How do you feel? Are you team no kids like me? Or are you out here procreating? Let me know. That'll wrap it up for day 8 of 25 Days of Loopy. I will see y'all tomorrow. I might drop another reaction just to feed, you know, my people who love the reaction. Shout out to y'all. Because the people, y'all been eating with the gaming videos. I'm not gonna lie. And those take way longer to edit. Just know I'm doing it out of the love for you guys and this channel. It is fun though. It's just a lot of extra hard work. But enough of my little rants. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitch as well. Instagram, TikTok, even though it's possibly going away. But just in case, I'm still over there. And I'll see y'all next time.